Hello everybody, my name is Michael and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I wanted to jump back into mathematics for computer science offered by MIT, more specifically that of the team problem from week 1 recitation, a mystery. In this problem we are given a set of names, and we are tasked with finding out who in this set is a part of the group, the cabal. We are given some logic notation that we are tasked with decrypting in order to figure out who is in the cabal. It is important to know that we are given a predicate of in cabal, which indicates who is in the cabal, that is, in cabal X is true if and only if X is a member. Let's look at our first problem. We are first met with the backwards E symbol. This symbol means there exists. So in our problem, there exists a value of X, Y, and Z. X does not equal Y. This symbol means and. X does not equal Z, and Y does not equal Z. And our value of X is in the cabal. Our value of Y is in the cabal, and our value of Z is also in the cabal. Number 2, we are first met with the not symbol. This symbol is applied to our entire parentheses, which reads that Stav and David are both in the cabal. So Stav and David are not both in the cabal. But that doesn't mean that one of them could be. Number 3, in our parentheses, Martina or Patrice are in the cabal. We are met with our first implication, which is identified by this arrow. If left side, then right side. If Martina or Patrice are in the cabal, then for all the values, which is this symbol, for all the values of X given in cabal X. This just means that if Martina or Patrice are in the cabal, then every value provided in the set is also in the cabal. Number 4 specifies that if Stav is in the cabal, then David is also in the cabal. Number 5 specifies if Darren is in the cabal, then Martina is in the cabal. Number 6 specifies if Oscar is in the cabal or Nick is in the cabal, then Tom is not in the cabal via that symbol out front. And lastly, number 7 says that if Oscar is in the cabal or David is in the cabal, then Martin is not in the cabal. Now let's actually go about trying to solve this problem. Well, in our first problem, we identified that there are actually 3 distinct variables we are trying to solve. They are distinct because none of them actually equal one another, and they actually are all in the cabal themselves. So we're actually looking for 3 people in the cabal. Number 2, we already know this says that Stav and David can't be in the cabal at the same time, but one or the other can, or none of them. So let's try to find another instance in our problem where Stav or David is mentioned. They are mentioned in number 4. This says that if Stav is in the cabal, then David's in the cabal. Well, they both can't be in the cabal at the same time, so that just means that if one of them is to be in the cabal, then it has to be David. Let's go ahead and rule out Stav then. Let's go ahead and move on to problem 3. If Martina or Patrice are in the cabal, then all of the values in the set are in the cabal. Well, we already know that from problem 1, there are only 3 entities or values that we are trying to identify as cabal members, so not everyone can be in the cabal. This just means that neither Patrice or Martina can be in the cabal. Moving on to number 5, if Darren is in the cabal, then Martina is in the cabal. Well, we know that Martina is not in the cabal, so we can infer then that Darren is also not in the cabal. I'm going to jump to 7 because we have a familiar face we've already talked about, David. If Oscar's in the cabal or David's in the cabal, then Martin is not in the cabal. Well, we know that in cabal David is a true statement. David is in the cabal, so that must mean that Martin is not in the cabal. We are left with 3 people, Oscar, Nick, and Tom, that we need to find out which 2 of them are actually in the cabal with David. Fortunately, we have one statement left where all 3 of them are talked about. If Oscar is in the cabal or Nick is in the cabal, then Tom is not in the cabal. This one can be a little tricky because we need to think about it a little bit creatively. Let's just say that Oscar is not in the cabal and Nick is not in the cabal. If that's the case, Tom would be, and we are left with only 2 people in the cabal, Tom and David. This defies our rule number 1 where we are looking for 3 specific people. This means that either Nick or Oscar have to be in the cabal. And if that's the case, Tom is not in the cabal. If Tom is not in the cabal, that leaves 2 people left by default to be in the cabal, per our rule number 1. And by default, Oscar and Nick are in the cabal, which is still valid in this statement. I would like to give a shout out to my girlfriend who actually helped me solve this problem. Thanks so much for watching.